We represent Rich Town, Rich Town. We high side ride clean and stay down.
What's up, everybody? This is Macmudtv, and today we're here to talk about Richmond hood stories. The stories about a young man named Terrell Edwards, aka Wig. Family were out of Stockton area, but he grew up in Parchester Village out in Richmond. In the early 2000 eras, around that time, it was a lot going on with the baggy tees, stunner shades, gold grill, scrapers on big rims. Made it hard for a young man to not want it. Growing up in those times, it was treacherous, especially being around Richmond. I'm telling you, even though his family was all in Stockton, but Richmond was his home. His friends, family, growing up, school, all this was in Richmond, while his family was in Stockton. Before the social media, before the RPTs, before the candlelight visuals, there was just young men growing up in neighborhoods like these, in Parchester Village, North, Central, and South Side. These photos captured a different time. Friends hanging together, hanging out, day by day, but not knowing what the future would bring. Before that tragic day in November of 2005, Terrell was more than just a name in the newspaper. He was someone's son, someone's friend, a family member. As you see, and the dedication to him, they got shirts made, hoodies made, and I ain't talking about just no RPTs. This is gear you could buy in the store. He was that loved in the neighborhood and that much influence. You see a W hat, it's probably standing for Wig. I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. Like a lot of young people growing up in Richmond, he came up in an age where the neighborhoods were strong, where the violence was even stronger. The people who knew him remember him as a real person, not just the headlines and a name in the paper after his death. His story became a larger part in the history of Richmond at a time where the family was losing too many loved ones to gun violence. To understand what happened that day, it's important to understand the environment he grew up in. The streets can shape lives, but they never tell the whole story. But on that morning of November 4th, 2005, everything changed. Officers responding to 911 calls just after 11 found Terrell Edwards, 19, Unalive.
to a 7 sedan that had crashed near Castro and 7th Street near the Richmond Parkway on the western edge of the city. A high-caliber rifle laid next feet away and 2 other handguns were found at the crash scene, said the Richmond Police Lieutenant Mark Green. Investigators found 30 shell casings spreading over a 3-block span in the area. But what happened? What caused Terrell to go to that side of the town? Rumor has it, who know who did it? Because the city was going through so much at that time. Everybody was funking on everybody. There wasn't no clicking up. There wasn't none of that going on back then. So it was a whole different ball game. Who I came from. Let's take you back. If Wig was from the village, why would he get killed on 7th Street? On Castro, on the back. That's way in North Richmond. So what's going on? What happened? What made him go out there? Let's take you back. Rumor has it, back in the day, a long time ago, allegedly was involved with some Safeway robberies. Came up on a whole bunch of money. Shit, I think people was hating. Everybody was hating. To see motherfucker riding around like that, off of one come up. So, who knows? Rumor has it, a couple of weeks for the tragic day on November, it was alleged that Terrell Edwards, Wig, was involved in the drive-by. He was sitting in the car in Parchester Village. Bullets shattered the glass and scarred his face. After being grazed in the face from the glass shattering and the drive-by, That'll make you go crazy. That'll make you want to go find who did it. Especially if you don't know. Now you got to beat the city up. Now with rumors circulating and names dropping, now the city was going to get funky. But who was it? Was it North? Central? A hood in the South Side? Shit, we don't know. There was one guy that was making noise around that time. His name was Marcus Russell, a.k.a. Smagger. But he was from the South Side, and Wig died in North. So that tells you right there that they were just out to get whoever. Because right on the street, they was looking for him. They was out to get him. Marcus Russell was going to Pinole High, a continuation school in the back row. And word is that they was coming up there looking for him, but they could never find him. So instead of finding Smagger, they figured something else out. They figured they'd take a trip out to North Richmond. Loaded with high caliber rifles, 2 cars deep, they was going to get their get back. Terrell in the front seat with an unidentified man driving and another car following behind with 2 people. Witnesses said it sounded like a gun battle going back and forth between 2 crews. As Terrell got at the van shooting with his high-powered rifle, a van crept up on him and took him out. Terrell was hit several times. The second male got out the car and tried to help Terrell, but it was too late. There was nothing he can do. With Terrell life his body there and shots still going out, the man had to escape. Police found Terrell dead next to a crashed silver sedan, and next to the body was a high-powered rifle. As we close out this documentary, let's remember that Terrell Edwards is more than a headline. He's a son, a family member, a friend, and someone whose life mattered to the people who knew him and loved him. This documentary isn't about glorifying violence. It's about remembering life and preserving a piece of Richmond history so it's not forgotten. To Terrell, his family, and friends who still carry his memory, may he rest in peace. My deepest condolences goes out to all of you. Thank you for watching. If you have memories and stories like this, share them in the comments, and we will grow this Richmond history story together. Thank you.